Alli Carter came back and, also addressed it.
Y'all, Jaguar Wright is back at it again. And this time, she's not just dropping tea, she's throwing the whole kettle at the industry. And baby, what she just revealed? It's shaking the internet to its core. Jaguar just exposed who really hunted down Alli Carter, and let me tell you, it's not who most of y'all think. See, folks been pointing fingers at Diddy for a hot minute, saying he's behind the chaos. But sis, that's just the tip of the iceberg. According to Jaguar, the person who's really behind the attacks on Alli is even more shocking, and what's worse, they already tried to take out Jaguar and Katt Williams before turning their sights on Alli. Alli Carter has been raising alarm bells lately, calling out the darkest, most twisted secrets of the entertainment world. And the industry? Oh, they are not happy. They've been stalking her, harassing her, and even breaking into her home. Can you imagine? Being terrified in your own house? Knowing someone out there wants to silence you just for telling the truth?
But, right now, I think a lot of people are not ready for someone to tell you that there are 3-4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars of children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old children to horse stables and have horses and dogs raise them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang children upside down in satanic ritual abuse meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get blood dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood. There are situations that I don't think people are ready for. We're not touching the seriousness of trafficking. Like, the videos that I've made, the videos that I've started to make, this is not even touching. This is the gist of it, and I think so many people are quick to raise a sign and say adrenochrome, but you don't know what it means, and you don't know why it's such a thing, why it's such a strong thing in trafficking, and what makes it so strong. You know that they're drinking children's blood, but you don't know what they're doing to those children to make their blood strong enough to cause something to flip your system in order to keep you in the fountain of youth. No one believes that because it sounds like an unreal horror Disney movie that someone wrote. You know what I'm saying?
Alli's been confronting the entire industry head-on, and y'all, what she said in her recent IG Live? Pure horror. She spoke about certain high-profile individuals allegedly connected to Diddy being involved in deeply disturbing acts involving minors and animals. Alli claims she witnessed horrifying scenes. She said these children were kept in restraints and subjected to during bizarre rituals. And many of those kids, they didn't even make it out alive. The few who did were deeply traumatized. And if you're wondering where all these kids came from, why no one's reporting them missing, well, Alli explained that too. Many were trafficked into the US from impoverished countries, stolen from their homes, torn from their families, and treated as disposable by people in positions of power. And yes, she linked this to the charges Diddy's facing. Y'all remember he was hit with human trafficking allegations, right? Alli says these rituals weren't isolated. They were part of a bigger network hiding in plain sight. But wait, it gets worse. Alli also spoke about Diddy's alleged parties. She said he'd invite minors and the boys. They were allegedly treated in horrible ways. She claimed they weren't allowed to eat beforehand for reasons that are too upsetting to detail. You thought that was the worst part? Think again. Apparently, some people in his circle had disturbing preferences. They would intentionally cause discomfort in these kids for their own twisted entertainment while filming it all. How is this real? How is no one talking about this outside of Alli and Jaguar?
Watching an episode called Pig Night, when I went, they tried to feed us, and I remember it because when
Pig
you
night.
have to do
Say what?
orders, jobs like that, you don't eat. You're not allowed to eat. You actually have to starve yourself, because when you have to do those type of jobs, you can't eat because you will throw up.
Really?
If you are doing, or if you are a guy doing it, you will shit everywhere.
Oh boy.
When this happens, your parents will get mad at you. Really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you someone, you will have to lay in it. Celebrities that are a
But now Alli's paying the price for speaking out. They've been trying to erase her for good. They broke into her house. They tried to harm her. She posted a video of the chaos left behind when she came home. Furniture flipped, rooms trashed. Like a warning, we were here. Alli said she's not just scared for herself, she's terrified for her loved ones because now their lives are in danger too. This ain't just targeting her, it's targeting everyone she cares about. And guess what? She even name-dropped the people she believes are behind this. According to her, they leaked her address and sent people after her.
Pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that fucking mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other. So here you go. You can have it, right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and then show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go?
And when Alli dropped all this horrifying truth, guess who everybody started thinking about immediately? Jaguar, right? Because just like Alli, Jaguar has been out here exposing the industry. No filter, no fear, and just like Alli, she's been hunted for it. These folks really tried to silence her, but Jaguar, she's a fighter. She didn't go down easy. Remember when they arrested her last year over some U-Haul drama? Yeah, they locked her up for days because she didn't return a rental truck. Like, seriously? Who gets jailed for that? That was nothing but a scare tactic, a warning from the elites. Stay quiet, or else. But Jaguar, she didn't back down. She came out swinging harder than ever. They tried to scare her, but all they did was push her further. And then there's Katt Williams. Jaguar said they went after him too. According to her, there was a whole plot to harm Katt while he was asleep. Armed men allegedly broke into his house. Think about that for a second. And ever since that night, Katt has been so traumatized, he wears protective gear to bed. Every single night. Let that sink in. You have to be terrified to sleep in body armor. That's not just paranoia. That's trauma. That's fear eating away at your soul. That's a man who knows the threats are real.
You know, every time I've been arrested for something that I didn't do, and yet nobody said, but did he get arrested finally and get the book ready to be thrown at his very, very, very dance. Y'all watch me get arrested there just for bringing Jesus.
Jaguar didn't hold anything back in her latest interview. She came straight for the folks who ignored Alli. She said it loud. Y'all didn't listen when she tried to warn us, and now look what's happening. These brave souls are being hunted because they dared to speak the truth.
And I'll never forget the day when they breached the house. And I left. You know, back in that moment, Cat was still wearing Kevlar to bed. I would get in bed with him at night and he would have Kevlar on. In bed.
This ain't the first time they've done it. It won't be the last. Alli Carter is just the latest target in a long, dark history of silencing truth tellers. The moment you start pulling the curtain back on the evil in this industry, they come for you, hard. But Jaguar, Alli, they're not backing down.
Carter came back and, also addressed it. On a good face, I tried to say all the right things. I tried not to compromise everybody. I tried. And guess what?
At what moment did it not work? Like, were you like, man? Fuck.
Sitting with my son's corpse. For what? Was the question that loomed about my mind. For what?
Jack, can I ask you, when we see you working with the Roots, you got a Coca-Cola commercial, your album's coming out, you're on Song Cry with Jay-Z for the MTV Unplugged.
I was on the whole show.
Yeah, at what point?
Thank God, Mary sucks.
Where did the train stop? Like, at what moment did you feel like either you removed yourself or
the
you were removed?
second that I decided I had to walk away, because I knew if I stayed, I was gonna either be unalived or have to unalive. I sat on Pierce Morgan and I said, he's gonna start little fires everywhere and force everyone else to carry water while he walks away with no response. Isn't that what we've seen happen ever since I did?
These women are risking everything, their safety, their families, their lives, just to make sure the world knows the truth, just to make sure the children trapped in this nightmare don't stay invisible and the internet is finally waking up. One person said, Alli Carter has been talking. She's just now being recognized, but she's been screaming for help this whole time. Creators need to do their research. She ain't out here for clout. She's not asking for money. She's shining a light on the children. Another added, y'all keep trying to discredit Alli, but she's never begged for a dime. She stays focused on the victims. She's got the receipts. Y'all better open your eyes before it's too late. People are finally starting to see through the smoke. The question now is, will it be enough to protect Alli before it's too late? Because the truth is, these people don't stop. They're powerful, they're organized, and they're desperate to keep their secrets buried. Alli Carter knows too much. She's seen too much, and every day she stays alive is a miracle. So if something happens to her, we already know why. We already know who, and we won't be silent. Jaguar, Cat, Alli. They're fighting for something bigger than themselves. They're fighting for every voiceless child, every whistleblower, every truth teller who got silenced before they could be heard. Now it's our turn to listen, our turn to speak up, and our turn to fight back. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you believe Alli's gonna survive all this? Do you think Jaguar's next? And are the people finally ready to stand behind the truth? And while you're here, click right here to watch this other messy video that'll leave your jaw on the floor. Your jaw.